Running Back Nation, what is good? Sixers sickos, what is good? Thanks for tuning in. Watch Sixers Magic on Playback TV with us tonight and after the game, post-game live right here on YouTube. Call the show. I'm just perusing the Discord right now. This is where you call the show by joining the Discord. Link is in the description, and there's a 24/7 chat, as you can see right here. So go ahead and join the Discord. Link is in the description. Jump in the conversation. I like to go through here and, you guys give me ideas for videos and things like that a lot of times. So the topic that is going down in the Discord lately seems to be obviously player potential trades. People like to put that in there. But I think the main topic when thinking about heading toward the trade deadline is, what do the Sixers actually need? What do you feel like they need? Do they need a third, air quotes, star? Or do they just need high-level role players? How many teams have 3 stars? You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to say first. How many teams have 3 stars? People that keep saying the Sixers need a third star to step up when Embiid is hurt. First of all, you're losing when Embiid is hurt, so that doesn't matter anyway. Or when Maxi's not shooting great, etc., you need a third star. I don't think star is even what you mean. I don't think you mean third star. I think you mean a third player who is a high-level role player who has more of a tendency to step up when those guys are out than, let's just say, Tobias Harris has had throughout his career. I know I made the Tobias Harris video yesterday. Some people didn't really understand the point I was making. I was saying he's the X factor because when he's good, we're very good. When he's bad, we don't have that third high-level role player. And as always, if you can flip Tobias Harris for a cheaper, more consistent high-level role player, I'm all for it. But how many teams actually have a third star? The Sixers have 2. I want to say that first also. Tyrese Maxey is a star. And those that still try to say that he is not are wrong. Here's what we do as Sixers fans, as fans of any sports team. We overanalyze our favorite sports team. So when Tyrese Maxey has a couple of low-scoring games, we say he's not a star and he can't do it because for some reason people think he should drop 35 a night. But just a couple games ago, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander dropped 19. If Maxey has a game where he drops 19, everyone says he's not the guy. You know what I'm saying? 2 nights ago, or was it yesterday? 2 nights ago, the Milwaukee Bucks, without Giannis Antetokounmpo, got absolutely... What's the word I can use on YouTube? I was going to say something weird. Pause. They got destroyed, okay? By about 40 points to the Cleveland Cavaliers without Giannis. Damian Lillard's not the guy. You know what I'm saying? If that would happen with the Sixers without Embiid and they get smoked like that, being down by 40 at halftime, Tyrese Maxey would get publicly, I can't think of words this morning, but Tyrese Maxey would get slaughtered in the social media streets out here by Sixers fans. Players don't score 35 every night. Tyrese Maxey's a star. Now, when you look at the third air quotes star, how many teams have 3 stars? Do the Clippers have 3 stars? No. James Harden, at this point of his career, is a high-level role player. I want to look at the Denver Nuggets roster. I always go back to the Denver Nuggets roster because I think that's what the Sixers are really aiming for. To build around Embiid. I think that's what they've done this year more than any other year, is build a system around Embiid with movement shooters and ball handlers and stretch fours and role players that make sense. And you're trying to emulate the, orbiting system that they've built around Nikola Jokic in Denver. And so who is Denver's third star? Denver Nuggets... Christian Braun, a role player. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, a role player. Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. They're not stars. Michael Porter Jr. averages 16 points per game. Somebody yesterday on Twitter told me that Michael Porter Jr. is their third star. If Michael Porter Jr. is a star, then, cancel me for saying this. Tobias Harris is a star. Michael Porter Jr. averages 16 points per game. This is the point that I'm making. We watch the Sixers way more than we watch other teams, obviously. Michael Porter Jr. is not a star, high-level role player. Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon, two good, high-level role players that contributed to a championship in Denver. Reggie Jackson, solid backup point guard. Is Patrick Beverley our Reggie Jackson? Their backup center is DeAndre Jordan. We were screaming bloody murder when DeAndre Jordan was our backup center. Now, it was Doc Rivers. There wasn't much of a system involved. But everyone that also says, we need Andre Drummond. We need a backup center. They got DeAndre Jordan, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think we're better off than a lot of people think we are. Having a Christian Brown off the bench is very nice. It'd be nice to have one of those guys. One of them classic white boys that just comes out chucking from wherever they want. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice. He doesn't have to be white. He could be black. He could be I don't care. If he could shoot. Isaiah Joe would be nice, right? So that's the Sixers could make an upgrade there. That's where Bogdanovich in the potential DeJounte Murray trade always comes to mind for me. So there's an upgrade. They can make a shooter off the bench. I think you could always use another combo guard like a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope or a Reggie Jackson. And I've been saying that for a while. It's backup point guard or another ball handling guard who can shoot. Tyus Jones, another one that comes up a lot. And a sniper, right? Buddy Hield off the bench. Let's go. Although now that Indiana landed Pascal Siakam, I doubt they let go of him. Shout out to Joel Maxey, 2-man in the Discord for this one. This is the tweet from Evan Sidery about Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown is a player that everyone's talking about currently. And the tweet says, players on the Raptors who have interest around the league leading up to the trade deadline. Bruce Brown, Gary Trent Jr., and Dennis Schroeder. I like all three of these guys. The Sixers could use one of all three of these guys. Bruce Brown, just a flat-out bucket off the bench. You always want a Bruce Brown on your team. You always want a Bruce Brown on your team. Just a guy off the bench that can create a shot and can get hot off the bench. It's the one thing I think the Sixers don't have. A guy that can get hot off the bench that on random nights can just drop you 20, 25. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Schroeder, solid veteran, backup point guard. Still one of the quickest guys off the dribble in the league. I like Dennis Schroeder. That would be nice. It would be nice to add Dennis Schroeder, I think, to the roster also. Gary Trent Jr., I don't know. Don't really care for that much. Disappears a lot. Anytime I watch the Raptors, I feel like Gary Trent Jr. is a non-factor completely. Bruce Brown and Dennis Schroeder, I like that. People keep posting the Tobias Harris cycle in the Discord. People love him again. Plays like shit for 30 games. Has one good game. Some cock muncher pulls this out, the Tobias Harris apology for him, and then people love him again. You're not wrong. They also keep talking about Andrew Wiggins in the Discord. Andrew Wiggins, I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. I might make a video specifically on Andrew Wiggins before we get to the trade deadline. He's been 3-and-D before. Obviously, a good defensive player. Great size, athleticism still. He's had seasons where he shot 40% from three. He's not shooting great this season. And then we got a mock trade here in the Discord. Andrew Wiggins for Marcus Morris Sr., Furkan Korkmaz in 2026. First round pick. Interesting. Again, I'll have to make a whole video on Andrew Wiggins and really dive into that. I mean, if you can add Andrew Wiggins for that, yeah, pull the trigger. Not sure, but I'm not opposed to Andrew Wiggins. What else we got in the Discord here, man? What else we got? Teams are showing interest in Quentin Grimes. Kyle Kuzma. Interest around the league on Kyle Kuzma is expected to intensify after Pascal Siakam was traded. Kuzma is viewed as a positive asset by rival executives that could net the win. Listen, I said this before and I'll say it again. Kyle Kuzma is what everyone wants Tobias Harris to be. He's bigger. He's quicker. He's better off the dribble. He's a better shot creator. He's a better rebounder. Kyle Kuzma is a solid piece, and he's only making 18 or 19 million a year. It's a good contract. If you can, and I know Daryl Morey loves Tobias Harris, but from a business standpoint, if you can clear the Tobias Harris 40 million and bring back a 19 million and a Kyle Kuzma, I think you're getting an upgrade at the position and clearing some cap space. I would love the Kyle Kuzma addition. Some people are really against it because he looks like he doesn't give a shit in Washington, but it's Washington, bro. Would you give a shit in Washington? Probably not. Speaking of which, Joel Embiid does not want Tobias Harris to be traded. And I think that's all we got on the Discord. Listen, Sixers Magic tonight on Playback TV. Join me, playback.tv/runningbackphilly. Join the Discord to call the show during the post-game live show right here on YouTube after the Sixers Magic game. You guys are the best. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.